Ever walked into a room and felt like you were totally invisible? You know the exact feeling I'm talking about. You could literally be wearing a neon sign and people would still talk right over you mid-sentence. You walk into a party or a meeting and not a single head turns. It is incredibly frustrating. It makes you feel like your presence just does not matter. We've all been there, and it honestly sucks. But then you see that one person. They stroll through the door, they don't even open their mouth, and suddenly the entire room shifts. Everyone is paying attention to them. It's not magic. It's not because they're super rich or look like a Hollywood actor. It is pure, unfiltered human psychology. They are projecting major main character energy without making a single sound. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to hack that same exact vibe. If you're tired of being sidelined, ignored, or treated like a backup character in your own life, stick around. We're diving deep into the psychology of silent respect, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to command a room without saying a word. Think about the most stressed out, anxious person you know. Think about how they actually physically move through the world. They rush everywhere, they dart their eyes around, they talk way too fast, they walk fast, and they nod their head 1,000,000 times a second when you're talking to them. They're constantly fidgeting. Now picture a high-level CEO, or a mob boss in a movie, or just somebody who completely owns their space. They move slow, like purposefully, confidently slow. In psychology, rapid, jerky movements subconsciously signal anxiety and low social status. It literally tells the room, "I'm worried about taking up too much of your time, so I'll hurry up." When you slow down your physical movements, you signal absolute confidence. You are telling the subconscious brains of everyone around you that your time is valuable. You are not rushing for anybody. Next time you grab a cup of coffee or turn your head to look at someone who calls your name, dial the speed back by 20%. It feels super weird at first. You might literally feel like you're moving in slow motion, but to everyone else, you just look incredibly composed. You look like you have your entire life put together, even if you are totally winging it behind the scenes. All right, let's talk about real estate. I'm not talking about buying houses. I'm talking about the physical space your body occupies right now. Look at how average people sit in a waiting room or a class. Most people completely fold into themselves. They cross their legs tightly, they hunch their shoulders forward, and they look down at their phones to avoid reality. They are literally trying to shrink themselves down. In behavioral psychology, this is an evolutionary defense mechanism. Making yourself physically small means you're not a threat to the alpha of the group, but it also means you're not important. If you want silent respect, you have to claim your territory. I'm not telling you to go man-spread on the subway and be obnoxious. I mean keeping your shoulders pulled back and relaxed, keeping your chin perfectly parallel to the floor, uncrossing your arms and letting them take up space. When you stand, stand solidly with your feet shoulder-width apart. Let your arms hang loose by your sides. Psychologists call these open body postures. When you open your body up like this, your brain actually lowers its cortisol levels. That's your primary stress hormone. At the same time, it slightly boosts your testosterone, the confidence hormone. So not only do you look way more dominant to the rest of the room, you actually start to physically feel less anxious inside. It's a total cheat code. You're tricking your own biology into feeling like a boss. Now we have to get into the mechanics of eye contact, because your eyes are a total dead giveaway of where you stand in the social hierarchy. When you pass a stranger in the hallway, what is your very first instinct? Do you look down? If you instantly look at the floor the second you make eye contact, you are handing your power right over to them. You are biologically submitting. But on the flip side, you also don't want to lock eyes and stare them down without blinking like a complete weirdo. That just creeps people out and makes you look crazy. The psychological sweet spot is what we call the breaking of the gaze. When you make eye contact with someone, hold it for just a split second longer than what feels natural, just one heartbeat longer. And here's the most important part. When you finally do look away, never ever look down. Look straight to the side. Looking down says, I surrender to you. Looking to the side casually says, I acknowledge you, but I have somewhere else to be. It's a massive power move. If direct eye contact makes you panic, try looking right at the bridge of their nose instead of directly into their pupils. They'll literally never know the difference, but it takes all the internal pressure off of you. Master this simple eye trick, and people will subconsciously start seeing you as an equal or even a superior before you even offer a handshake.
Let us hit on something else that ruins your respect instantly. The people pleaser smile. You know exactly the smile I mean. It is that tight, nervous little grin you paste on your face when you do not know what else to do with yourself. It absolutely screams insecurity. Human beings respect authenticity over almost everything else. If a situation is not funny, do not laugh. If you were just chilling by yourself, you do not need a massive grin glued to your face. You need to develop a neutral, relaxed, resting face. Relax your jaw, unclench your teeth, let your face just be calm. When you only smile for things that actually deserve your smile, your positive reaction becomes high value. People will actually start working harder to earn a smile or a laugh from you. You become the prize in the interaction. And building on that, when someone asks you a question, do not just nervously blurt out an answer the very second they finish talking. Pause, take a breath, look like you are genuinely calculating your response. A solid 2-second pause before you speak adds incredibly heavy weight to whatever is about to come out of your mouth. It shows you're not desperate to fill the silence. Look, silence is only awkward if you let it be awkward. Most people are terrified of dead air. They ramble and use filler words just to make noise. Stop doing that. Let the silence hang there. Own the quiet, and people will respect the noise you finally decide to make. Finally, we cannot ignore the visual anchors. We can talk about deep psychology all day, but human brains are totally hardwired for visual judgments. People judge your status in literally 1/10 of a second, based entirely on how you present yourself. You absolutely do not need expensive designer clothes to get respect. That's a total myth. But you do need intention. Wrinkled shirts, dirty shoes, messy hair, and bad posture scream chaos to the primitive brain. It tells people that you do not even respect yourself enough to take care of your own body. So why on earth should they respect you? Find clothes that actually fit your body shape correctly. Keep your sneakers wiped down and clean. Wear a subtle, really good-smelling cologne or perfume. Get a fresh haircut. These are sensory anchors. They silently communicate to the world that you hold yourself to a very high personal standard. And here's the psychological magic of that. When people see that you hold yourself to a high standard, they automatically assume they need to meet that same exact standard when they interact with you. They will fix their own posture when they stand next to you. They will speak to you with more clarity. Earning respect is never about being the loudest person in the room. It's not something you can beg for, and it's definitely not something you can talk people into giving you. Respect is a biological, subconscious response to the nonverbal signals you are constantly broadcasting to the world around you. So pull those shoulders back, claim your physical space, slow down your crazy fast walking pace, hold that eye contact for just 1 extra second before smoothly looking away. I want you to try these silent techniques out tomorrow and just watch how differently people start treating you. It's honestly mind-blowing when you see it work in real time. Look, if you got any value out of this video and want to keep leveling up your psychology game, hit that subscribe button right now. Smash the like button so the YouTube algorithm knows we're out here dropping absolute gold today. And do me a favor, drop a comment below letting me know which of these silent psychological tricks you are going to test out first. I read all the comments, and I love seeing you guys actually take action and own your lives. Keep dominating your space, and I will catch you in the next one.